Hi Year 11, what I want to do is show you how to use your calculators to calculate a log using a different base other than 10. So you may have already watched this video on solving log equations using this equivalence relationship here. So the next step is, well, what do you do when you've got to use a calculator? So I'm just actually scrolling down some questions where I can use the calculator just to show you. So just put my calculator back on. In the Run Matrix menu here, if I go into that, F4 here gives me a selection of maths that I'm going to use, and F2 gives me log with AB, it says, but obviously that means log to the base A of B. So looking at this first question here, I'm just going to show you that log to the base 6 is 216. So I'm just going to put 6 in for that base, and then 216 using the cursor to move across, and then press equals, and it gives me the desired answer 3, which is what we got when we did it manually or in our heads. Let's look at question 2. So again, remember we found that in Run Matrix, and we were in the, let me just exit that, we went to F4, which was the math menu, and then F2. So this time I'm going to write x equals log to the base 2 of 18. So I go 2, and then in there, and don't forget you can put fractions in there as 1 over 8 or use the fraction button or whatever, it doesn't matter, it knows what you want to do anyway. All right, there is one question further down that does require you to use the calculator, because obviously all these can be done in your head. So I'm just going to scroll down to a bit harder question down here. So I'm looking at my example number 5 here, which is we've got to solve an interceal equation, which is 3 to the power 2x minus 1 equals 28. Now, what I've done here is I've used the equivalence relationship here to say, well, log to the base 3 of 28 equals 2x minus 1. Now, once you've used that equivalence relationship, it then becomes an equation that you can rearrange and then solve. So you can see on the next line down, I've then taken this one here, I've added it over to the other side, and then the final step is to divide by 2. So x equals log to the base 3 of 28 plus 1, all divided by 2. So I'm going to calculate that on my calculator. Bring my calculator back up. So I use my log AB button, and I want log to the base 3 of 28. Let me just shuffle that over a bit. There you go, so I can see it. There you go. And then it was, the whole thing was plus 1. And then I need to divide that by 2. Now, I'm an old style person, so I like to press enter and then divide by 2. Doesn't matter if you do it on one go, use brackets, however you do it. I like to do it that way. So anyway, you can see the desired answer on the screen is 2.017, correct to 3 decimal places, which I've already written down here. And hopefully that gives you a bit of an insight on how to use your calculators to do some logs.